What's up, guys? Daemonxel back again with another solo leveling Arise video. Workshop a Burn Light Normal. I know I had just beaten it the other week, and I've been grinding it ever since, and I was stuck on Normal for a long time. I could not beat 425, then I was struggling with Vulcan, and then someone gave me a few great tips on it, and I want to pass those along, and basically that's what this video is going to be. We're going to talk about Workshop a Burn Light Normal. Now, I know a lot of people are on hard right now, but there are those out there who is still struggling with the normal run, and I hope that this video will help them with those runs. So let's talk about it. All right, so currently this is the team that I'm working with right now. This is a run I just did right before this recording. I wanted to get it out of the way. I had ones done previously, the first Vulcan kill that I did get, and I was a little bit lower on power there. I was only just in the white because for this fight on the normal, you really do want to be on the white, so you're not getting those stat penalties. So let's just play this real quick. Ready? Turn off the sound on that one. All right, so basically what I'm working with is, as you can see here, on Sung Jin Woo, I am using a full 8-piece curse set. On Alicia, I'm using a 2-piece, along with a 2-piece toughness, the old set, because I have not gotten any good drops of the new toughness set. Same with the expert set on the accessories. I did not get any good sets yet. I'm not really getting any good RNG when it comes to drops. So on CO is a full 8-piece greed set, and on Mei Lin it is a full 8-piece blessing set. Now, a good rule of thumb to find out if you are ready to move on to normal, as well as if you're ready to move on to hard, is if you can do a full run without blessings and you still have time left, in other words, you're not going down to the millisecond when you beat Vulcan, then yes, it's time to move on to normal. Now, in normal, now they currently have, it feels like a little bit that they nerfed the drops a little bit. You're not getting as many legendaries to drop on Cerberus and 425. But if you can beat, I would say if you could beat normal 425 as well as Cerberus, it's worth it to farm those two levels until you're able to take down Vulcan. If you're not able to beat 425, just stick with easy and farm up the gear that you need, because you really do, these really are the good sets. I mean, unless you're able to get the level 75 legendary gear, or even the purple gear of the toughness set, the expert set, stuff like that. So that's what you'd want to use. So in lieu of the greed set, if you have, I would say, a full set of let's see, what is that? This one here, the solid analysis. If you have this legendary one, or even the the upper scale purple one right here, or that's not that one, this one right here, the 70, you can use this set. The 55, you're going to be pushing it. Yes, you can do it. It's just going to be, you're going to be beating your head against the wall, and you're going to just going to get frustrated. So a full break set, and then on Mei Lin, or, well, you really need Mei Lin to break the shield at the end, or you can use Daemonxel. Daemonxel will also break the shield, and then unless you have plenty of time to outlast it. But usually a lot of people are just struggling for time. So on her, you could use, let's see, the cleric set. I wouldn't say the cleric set. The holy set would be good for her, right? Because you're going to increase the attack power, as well as on accessory. Let's go over to the accessories real quick. And you would want to use, where is it? This one right here, the outstanding connection, right? That would be your best bet. The level 75 of this, if you don't have, a full greed set or a full blessing set or a mixed match. You could do a mixed match as well, but those are the best sets for them, is a full blessing set and a full greed set. And as far as shadows go, for Sung Jin Woo, I am using Igris as the lead for get that additional 7% crit. I'm using Cerberus because that 5% additional damage for the entire match helps out a lot, and I want to use Iron because I want the defense down from him as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to chop this into 3 different videos for each section, or just make one complete video and put timestamps in the comments, or sorry, in the description below, so you can skip to which section you want help on. But this is a full run analysis and going through it. So we're going to start off with Cerberus. So let's just get to that fight. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Let's go back here. Yeah. So the skills that I'm using, because we want to use that. All right. So the skills I'm using is Vacuum Wave, and the reason, of course, everything's going to be weak to water and it's going to be weak to wind. Right now, I was using, before they added the weakness to wind, I was using this one right here. Only reason because, it would help me out. I would freeze him and I'd get more hits in. However, this one, you really want to use this one because it's going to give you the increased damage taken by 7% whenever you use this. That combined with, was this one right here, the Death Stance, the Holy one, the light one. Not that one. I was just changing these, so let's go back. Where is it? I'm just gonna bring it up in game. Hold on one second. Let's just bring this up in game here, because I should still have them set for him. Yeah. All right. So right here, as you can see, this one right here, and you want this because you want the additional crit added in with that, and that's why we're using this one right here. Right. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I had to actually select it for it to show. Yeah, we want to use that increased critical hit damage by 30%. So without further ado, let's do into the run. Oh, and the blessings that I'm using, let's go back real quick because I have not changed those out yet. Now, I'm using, let's see, you can do a couple different things here. I'm picking up the wrong things. Okay. So I'm using the Blessing Stone here, the Advanced Dagger Technique. I got the Heroic one on that. We want the 70% less. Basically, it's like using that Executioner set. It's a free one of that. On slot 2, I am using Double-Edged Sword. Slot 3, I'm using Pulverize because I want to break them a lot faster. And on slot 4, I'm using Boss Slayer for the additional damage. And if you need more cooldown, you can get rid of the Boss Slayer. You can use something else, or you can get rid of Pulverize. And what else? This is good right here. The Sharp Perception. It's going to raise your critical hit rate. 5 times. So 5 times 2, that's 10. So for 8 seconds, you can have, every time you crit, you get up to 10% extra crit rate. And as I said, I'm using an A10 West Wind. I'm using an A4 Plum Sword. Now, yes, if you don't have these weapons, these are basically the optimum weapons you want to use, right? Moon Daggers also works very well if you have a pair of Moon Daggers, because you give yourself some extra time with that. It's very good for utility. But the damage from the West Wind is just, it's beautiful. And the specific strategy I'm going to give is for the West Wind. Now, you could use also the Scythe. You could use different artifacts as well. You can use the one-hit kill, the Kargan set, and just build up your ultimate with blessings just to kill him real fast. But for these runs, I'm using the Plum Sword and the West Wind. I just find it's a little bit easier for my playstyle. All right, so let's get to the fight itself. All right, so Cerberus. Now, the first thing you want to do as soon as he pops in is you're going to want to dash right off the bat. You're going to pop up behind him. And right when you pop up behind Cerberus, you want to go right into your brakes. What I do is I use my Vacuum Wave. Then I use my Death Stance. And what I'll usually do is I'll dash back and use my West Wind because I can start building up my stacks. And when you have an A3 plus, when you use the dash, you're going to get that additional damage on that. So that's why I end up using that. And yeah, you basically just launch right into him. I launch my shadows and I use Seal right off the bat because I want to break Cerberus really fast just to get as much damage I possibly can as soon as I possibly can. But as you can see, I just basically unload on this. They're going to dodge when he hops back. You can shadow step or you can ignore it. Basically, I ignore it until I can get my brakes back up because, like I said, I really want to break him. Comes the Vacuum Wave again. There, he's broken. And then we're just going to launch into him with the Plum Sword. Use the West Wind. Get some nice crits. And as you see, because of my damage, because of my crits the crit setup that I have on my gear, he's already pumping down to 50%. But basically, you're just going to repeat this until he goes into the meteor phase. Then you're going to dodge. You need at least 3 to dodge all of them, or you can just use 2 and run around him. Or when you hit the 2 dodges, then shadow step behind him, and you'll be okay to start launching into whatever your next moves are going to be. Now, once he's at basically 54%, somewhere around there, again, he's going to go into the middle here, do that cyclone. You want to avoid the fire steps on the ground. Let's just bring this back a little bit. Now, with the West Wind, I can get off a shot because I can still hit him here, and I'm going to use a perfect dodge. Now, because my ult is up, I'm going to Shadow Step, and I'm going to do the ultimate just so I can knock more damage out of him. But if you don't have anything up, just run around the Cyclone, avoiding the messes on the fire, the AoE on the ground. And what you can do in that time, if you can do in that time is then bring in your hunters to hit him while you're running. So at least you're performing some kind of damage on Cerberus as you're running around. Now, as you see, I'm already up to 4 stacks of fire. And the reason I like Alicia, not only for her damage and because she's the top DPS in the game, is because her debuff is she's going to wipe this fire right away. And that's going to be important for your Vulcan fight, right? Every time you have that flame up, I'm going to bring Alicia in to get rid of that so I'm not getting killed by the burn effect that's on top of me. All right, so where are we at here? All right, we're down to 25% now after the ultimate, right? Yeah, after the ultimate, we're down to 25%. Now, when you bring him down this much, or right around when you get to 30, he's going to get into the phase. Well, I kind of pushed him a little bit here. He's going to go into his phase where he wants the meteors down, just the ground ones. But he's going to start doing his lasers, the flamethrower effect. When he does this, no matter when he does it, what you want to do is be right in front of it and dash as soon as he does it. Because then you'll pop up right behind him and you could just avoid all that damage and just launch into him with whatever DPS you have, bring him down. Now, I kill him before he goes into his final phase. And obviously, if you're doing normal, you know what you've probably seen that in easy, but maybe you've already beaten him on easy so fast. He'll go into a laser phase where he stands in the middle and the lasers just circle around him. And all you're going to do is you're going to outrun that laser beam past him. And that's how you're going to take care of that. So yeah, I think I'm going to chop these videos up into 3 different sections. This is obviously going to be the Cerberus normal tutorial. But yeah, like I said, I bypassed that. Come back here. Okay. So we won. We got our drops. As you see, I got lucky with drops. I got 4 legendary drops. I'm getting a ton of blessing stuff. I think get some good curse things here that dropped. Yeah, these boots are amazing. I'm definitely be using these boots. Probably put those on Sun Jin Woo. And this is a crappy body piece. Yeah. So, but that's in a nutshell how you take care of Cerberus. Cerberus is actually really easy on normal mode. And also, guys, my DMs are always open. If you have any questions, you can contact me. You can hit me up in the comments below. Any way you want to get a hold of me, I'm always open to talk to anybody. So yeah, this is the Cerberus normal video. If you guys like what I'm doing here on the channel, if you guys are rocking with me, go ahead and tag the subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, all that good stuff. And until I talk to you again, have a great week, have a great weekend, adventure safe, and we're always one vision, one purpose, one front. See you in the next video.